everybody. Welcome to Bold Ladies in Business Coffee Connection podcast. My name is Anna Reyes Oots. Yay! Hello.
Hi, Anna.
I'm so excited to have you. We have an incredible guest. I'm going to introduce her in a second, but I always say that I start with a coffee because it is a coffee connection. So she says she's all jacked up already, so I'm going to go for it. So we have an incredible guest. You guys are going to be blown away. Lisa Hogan, she's unbelievable. She's a gold sponsor with the Bold Ladies, and she is the proud owner of the Power of Pawsitivity Dog Training. Hello, hello, Lisa.
Well, good afternoon. I thought it was still morning. It's been a long day already.
It's been a long day already. So I'm excited. I want everybody to hear about you, and I want them to hear your story. It's so empowering. So tell us a little bit about your business and why you're so passionate about what you do.
Well, thank you for inviting me onto this
Yeah.
podcast. I really appreciate the opportunity to share my story. As you said, operate a dog training business called The Power of Pawsitivity.
Yes.
And it's a game-based, force-free method of dog training that primarily focuses on protecting your dog's confidence, which
Oh.
is super important to me. That's, I've seen a lot of devastation associated with negative reinforcement training, and I like to focus on really building that bond with owner and dog. I'm all about building on that bond between you and your dog and increasing your dog's focus on you while having fun primarily through games.
Oh.
So I could go on. I mean, games teach concepts that build confidence. They build confidence, self-control, focus, optimism in the dog and in the handler. And I think that's the key to it.
Yeah.
Sometimes the handlers or the owner of the dog gets a little discouraged
Yeah.
and they lose their patience. And that's where games come in. It makes it
Oh.
joyful for all involved. Everybody in the whole family, kids through to older senior citizens.
Oh.
I guess I should talk about my passion associated with it.
Yes. Like, what made you start this? What was your reason for
Well,
starting
I
this?
grew up on a farm in Australia, so I was always around working dogs. And a working dog in Australia has to be a family dog first.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's very important that that dog comes into the house and it's part of the family at the
Oh,
end of the day.
wow.
So, it's very different, or what I've seen, it's very different over here. These working dogs are solely working dogs, and they're so jacked up on that coffee that you're drinking.
Yeah. Oh.
So I'm super passionate and committed to helping dogs live their best lives. And really the key that really unlocks that is meeting the dog where they are and exposing them to the world at their own pace
Right.
and not rushing that process. We're so
Oh.
eager for our dogs to perform and do all the right things, but they don't come with those skills. It's our job to help them process that and move forward. So using games to make learning fun often can be a little bit of a slower process, but it respects each dog's individual need and results in a well-adjusted, happy puppy, basically living their best lives. My goal is always, to really essentially teach the clients the games that are fun. It's a game-based process that will help you bond with your dog better. It's rooted in building that trust and that respect, not one based on fear and submission.
I love that.
My clients see that commitment and
Yeah.
sincerity, when I'm working with their dogs, which I think organically just builds a level of trust.
Yeah.
And my training techniques, I end up, having a lifelong bond with their dogs and usually with the clients themselves.
That's
So,
awesome. And I have a question. How long have you been doing this, Lisa?
Well, I've been doing it a long time. Since I was a child, I have done other things in my life.
Yeah.
I have mentors in this business. Some of them very, very good. Some of them not so good.
Right.
but I will say, with that, I've learned a lot even from the bad mentors.
Wow. Yeah.
Um, so, it's a layered approach to learning, that's fun for both you and your dog.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know. I mean, I've been doing it for a very, very long time.
I love when you talk about it, just it's amazing, and you're so kind, and I can tell that it's just amazing. And getting your little doggy trained by you, it must be a total experience. So we met, interestingly enough, through my sister. She did a photo shoot for you back in the day of the one of the very first pictures that were on Coastal Neighbors, and she, met you that way, and so she introduced you to Bowl Ladies. So tell us, from the Bowl Ladies, how has it impacted your business? Like, have you met some women from in there? Because I know you have a lot of different relationships. So tell us a little bit about that.
Um, I've made some beautiful friendships, being part of the Bold Ladies group,
Mhm.
since its inception. And those friendships have led, I guess, to a path that has been very impactful on my business,
Nice.
in a very positive way.
Yes, 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 yes,
Word of mouth has always been the way I've built my
yes.
business, and Bold Ladies have big mouths.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. So, as you know, Anna, I'm a very quiet, shy person. And Bold Ladies has helped me, I don't know, essentially be a little bit more connected to community.
Yeah, yeah.
And slowly but surely, it's helped me enjoy the company of humans as much as I enjoy the company of dogs. So,
I love it. I love it.
it's stretched my comfort
Yeah,
zone.
that's good.
I generally don't have a lot of spare time because I'm on the go all
Yes,
the
yes,
time.
yes.
Right after this, I'm hopping in the car and going to DeLand to teach some lessons out there. So it's
Wow.
just, I'm always
You
busy,
go.
especially this time of year.
I know, I know. Well, being an entrepreneur is, I always say it's never the easiest route because, hey, you have to be focused, you have to do what you have to do. So people that are going to come on here, maybe they're in the business of just starting, or they've been in it for a minute, maybe not feeling all that. What great tip can you give them that has helped you soar in your business or has made you a great entrepreneur?
I would say, hmm. I mean, I definitely would go back to the many mentors that I've had throughout my
Very
career.
important. Yes.
Yeah, and like I said, some of them were awesome, awesomely great,
Yeah.
and some of them were horrible.
It's okay.
But believe it or not, the horrible ones made me better.
Yeah.
It helped me grow my method of dog training
Hmm.
to what it is today.
Good.
It really helps to see all different sides. And I've been trained in all different sides. I
Mhm.
just have my methods that I feel are
Yeah.
very effective.
Yeah.
And I usually get a lot of cases that, have come from other trainers where, it hasn't worked, and
Failed.
people are at a loss, it's failed, and people are at a
Oh,
loss, and I end up with those cases, and I do a lot of rescue associated with that.
nice.
But basically, I think, my unwavering passion
Hmm.
for a positive game-based method of training um, has given people different options.
Yeah.
It makes them think a little bit more outside of the box and not just with that traditional way of doing things.
Yeah.
And I think being passionate about what I do, is really the key to the
I think
success
so.
that I've had. I have a sincerity level. I want the best for the animals
Yeah.
ultimately,
Yeah.
and I want my clients, the human clients, to
Hmm.
really understand the process.
Yeah.
And it's my job to teach them
Yeah.
what I do with their animals. Their animals will always work for me.
Yeah.
It's the ability for me to transfer that value over to the human.
I love that. I love that. I think that you really nailed it. Interesting, like I'm a coach, right? But I had a person that came to me that's a coach. I go, yes, a coach needs a coach. So you, even though you had, your training, you still are looking to get mentored. We need to find mentorship. We need to find coaching at whatever level we're in. I think that was the best advice you've given. People think, oh, I've learned everything. And funny, my sister was on before me and she said the same thing. You have to keep learning your trade. You have to keep training and learning, because some people said, oh, I started my business and I've learned everything and now I'm ready to open shop. But are you perfecting it? Are you learning? Are you moving forward? So
Are you able to pivot when you need to pivot? Are
yes,
you able to adjust? And those are
yes,
important things.
yes,
And yes, that mentorship, I have like I said, some wonderful mentors that
yeah,
will always be in my life.
yes,
But even the bad mentors,
yeah,
there's always a glimmer of something
yeah.
that moves your needle forward in the right direction because you learn from that.
Absolutely. There's never gonna, we're not gonna say a bad mentor, we're gonna say different, right? Because maybe it wasn't your style, but you took something from her and said, this is what I'm not gonna do versus what I wanna do. So there was always a reason for it.
Well,
So,
yeah, and I think you have to actually work through that
yeah.
and learn that method in order
Mhm.
to know that there is a better way.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
It's not just talking about a method and never having experienced that
Yes.
method.
I love that. I love that. So I think that a lot of people will be coming on here and, sharing on our YouTube channel. If they wanted to find you, Lisa, besides the fact that it's going to go into the directory and you're there, what would be the best way for them to find you if they wanted your incredible services with their doggies?
It would be on my website, and they would call me on the number that's on my website, leave a
Tell them your
message.
website. Tell them your website.
The Power Positivity. Isn't that funny? I don't even go on my website that often.
Thepowerpositivity.com or
.com.
dot
Yeah,
com? Okay.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
perfect. So I loved everything we had to share today, our time together. We finally got to make this happen, right?
And I appreciate the invitation for this. You know how
Yeah,
shy I am, so
I'm
it's
so
a
excited.
struggle.
So if anybody's gonna come on here at the end and, they want to hear about you, stay on because it's gonna go into the directory link. And then if they don't know anything about the Bowl Ladies, there's gonna be a little video where I share a little bit about how do you become a Bowl Lady. And Lisa, this is one for the books and for all the doggies out there and the doggy lovers.
Yes,
Cheers.
yeah.
I appreciate you so much. I hope you have an amazing day and thank you for being our guest. I can't wait
Oh,
for
thank you,
everybody
Anna.
to hear.
Thanks for inviting me. I appreciate it. Bye.
Bye. Hi, my name is Anna Reyes, Executive Director of Bold Ladies in Business. If you're looking to network and make a difference in your community with like-minded women and make connections at a deeper level, guess what? You have come to the right place. Bold Ladies in Business has several chapters all over the state of Florida, and we would love to hear from you. Again, Bold Ladies in Business, nonprofit organization. Go big, go bold. Bye.